Have you ever put in your hearing aid and suddenly heard a loud whistling or squealing sound? It can be embarrassing, especially in a quiet room. Many people assume their hearing aid is broken. But most of the time, the real cause is something called acoustic feedback, and it's actually very common. The good news? Most hearing aid whistling problems are easy to fix once you understand why they happen. The whistling sound happens when amplified sound escapes your ear and gets picked up again by the hearing aid microphone. Think of it like a microphone getting too close to a speaker. The sound loops over and over again, creating that high-pitched squeal. Audiologists call this acoustic feedback, and while modern hearing aids have advanced feedback control systems, the problem can still happen under certain conditions. One of the most common causes of hearing aid whistling is simply a poor fit in the ear canal. If the dome or ear mold isn't seated properly, sound can leak out of the ear. When that sound leaks out, the hearing aid microphone picks it up again, and the feedback loop begins. Sometimes this happens if the dome is too small, worn out, or not fully inserted. Even a small gap can cause whistling. Another very common cause of hearing aid whistling is earwax buildup. If wax blocks the speaker of the hearing aid, the sound has nowhere to go. Instead of traveling into the ear canal, it reflects back toward the microphone. This reflection can trigger the same feedback loop. This is why audiologists often recommend regular wax guard replacement and ear cleaning when using hearing aids. Whistling can also happen when the hearing aid amplification is set too high. The louder the sound coming out of the hearing aid speaker, the greater the chance some of that sound will escape and get picked up by the microphone. This is especially common with new hearing aid users who turn the volume up trying to hear better in noisy environments. But increasing volume too much can actually trigger feedback. Sometimes the cause is something simple. Objects near your ear can reflect sound back into the hearing aid microphone. For example, holding a phone close to your ear, wearing a tight hat, leaning against a pillow, or even giving someone a hug. All of these situations can temporarily trigger hearing aid feedback. If your hearing aids are whistling, here are a few things you can try. First, make sure the hearing aid is fully seated in your ear. Second, check the dome and wax guard to make sure they are clean. Third, try lowering the volume slightly. And finally, if the problem continues, you may need your hearing aids adjusted by an audiologist to optimize the fit or programming. Hearing aid whistling is one of the most common issues people experience when they first start wearing them. But most of the time, it's not a malfunction. It's simply a small adjustment that needs to be made. If you're trying to understand your own hearing situation or decide whether hearing aids are right for you, I built a free tool called the Sound Solutions Audiology Assistant that can answer your hearing questions and help guide your next step. You can find the link in the description below.